Welcome. Today we'll be learning how to find the mean, median, mode, and range of a data set. So when we talk about data sets, we're talking about a set of numbers that we have collected in some form or another. In this case, I have this array of numbers here that I have to find the mean, median, mode, and range for. So let's start with the mean and talk about the definition so we know what we're looking for. When we talk about the mean, we're talking about the average number here, the average occurrence. So if I add all of these numbers up, so the mean is found by adding up all of our terms in our data and then dividing by the number of terms in our data. So what I need to do is add 7 to 8 to 7 to 10 to 9 to 12 to 7 to 11 to 14 to 6. I'm adding all of these terms up. And then I'm going to be dividing by how many numbers are in my data set. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 numbers. So I'm going to be dividing by 10 once I add everything up. So let's again start by adding. 7 plus 8 is 15, plus 7 is 22, plus 10 is 32, plus 9 is 41, plus 12 is 53, plus 7 is 60, plus 11 is 71, plus 14 is 85, plus 6 is 91. So when I add everything up, I get a total of 91. And like I said before, we will be dividing by the total number of data in our set. We have 10 numbers here, so I'm going to be dividing by 10. We can do 91 divided by 10 if we know 91 divided by 10 right off the top of our head is going to be 9.1. So that means our mean will be 9.1. From here, we'll be moving to our median. Now, median means middle term. But we need to have our terms in our data set, or our numbers in our data set, in order from least to greatest. So in order to find the median, or the middle number, I need to order my terms in ascending order from least to greatest. So I need to start with my lowest term, 6, then I have a 7, another 7, and a third 7. Okay, so I'm just going through and I'm putting my terms in order from least to greatest. My next one will be 8, I have a 9, I have a 10, 11. My next number is going to be 12, and then my last term will be 14 here, and I should have a total of 10 numbers. Okay, so now that we have everything in order, our median is again our middle term. So that means what is literally in the middle where it will have the same number of values on both the left and right side. Well, since I have 10 numbers here, there is no middle number here. That would be 5.5. So I need to find the two middle terms that have the same number of values on both sides. So I'm looking for two numbers in the middle, so that's going to be 8 and 9, because they both have the same numbers to their sides now. 4 to the right, 4 to the left. Now, the median I have not found yet. I need to add 8 and 9 together, 8 plus 9. That's going to give me 17. And then I need to divide that by how many numbers there were. There was 2. So 17 divided by 2 is going to give me 8.5. Therefore, my median of my data here is going to give me 8.5. Now, once we found the median, we can move to our mode. Mode is our most occurring. So what number happens the most in our data set? Well, looking at our terms in order here, it makes it very easy to see which one happens the most frequently. We can see our term 7 happens 3 times here. That makes our mode 7. It's the most occurring term. The mode is usually the easiest thing to find. If I had 2 terms here that were happening 3 times, so if I had 3 7s and 3 10s, for example, then I would have 2 modes, 7 and 10. If I had no numbers that were occurring the most, or if all my numbers were occurring the same amount of times, there would be no mode. Our last one we need to talk about is the range. Now, the range is the distance from the largest number to the smallest in our data. So if you can guess, this is done by subtracting our smallest number from our largest. So we take our largest number and we subtract from that the smallest number in our data set. So having my terms in order, I can easily see my largest number here is 14. My smallest number is 6. So we do 14 minus 6. And 14 minus 6 should give me 8. And I know my range thus is 8. And now I have found my mean, my median, my mode, and my range.